welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to discuss about the tunnels now. Now let's look at the example of branch 1 and data center 1. Both of them are connected onto the business internet and MPLS. That means I have already two tunnels created here. But the BFT session, with what it will do, it will create two more tunnels, that is between business internet and MPLS and between MPLS and business internet. So that means it is creating total of four tunnels. So if I go back to my branch 1 now, and if I say that show BFD sessions in a tabular form, so let's look at the sites for the sessions for TLOC IP address 100.0.101 sessions system IP 100.0.0.101 in a tabular form. So you see that it is creating four tunnels now. So MPLS to MPLS, MPLS to business internet to MPLS, and business internet to business internet. So MPLS to MPLS, that makes sense because they are on the same link. Business internet to business internet, that makes sense because they are on the same link. But do we require MPLS to business internet and business internet to MPLS? Because this is now consuming my resources. Because I already have these two tunnels created, but these two tunnels are extra tunnels which are created for no reason. So that's where there is a option for you when you configure the tunnel, when you define the color as a MPLS, for example. So you have an option to restrict. So when you say that restrict means MPLS will only form a tunnel with the MPLS color only. It will not form the tunnel between MPLS and business internet. So we want this one. We don't want this one because that is creating unnecessary tunnels, consuming our resources. So what we have to do is that we have to just select the restrict option inside the tunnel, and after that it will be reduced drastically. Now similarly, if I go back to the same thing and if I say that I am creating with system IP branch 2, still the same 4. I don't want that one. So let's go ahead and fix that. Let's go to the vManage, log in into the vManage. So once we log into the vManage, we just go to that interface that is geek0/0 for now. Go to the feature template. We will go to the vEdge transport interface that is geek0/0. Click on edit. And if you scroll down to the tunnel, and inside the tunnel we define the color, now we will just make it a global restrict for every device. Restrict update. So currently I am seeing four tunnels for branch 2 device 1. Click on add. So now it is pushing to all the devices which are attached. This feature is attached to. So all the 5 branches I have been pushing at once. So once that is been pushed, I should see the difference now. Okay. It's taking a little bit while. That's all good. Now let's go back here. Let's go to the same system 2 now. I should see only 2 tunnels. I can do the same thing for the MPLS interface. So that should be under configuration and templates, feature templates, vEdge. We will go with the geek0/1 also. But doing on one side, that should be more than enough. No need to do in 2 sides, but the best practice is to do it on the 2 sides. says that bandwidth downstream is required. Okay, that is the wrong one which I am enabling. That should be restrict and click on update, click on next and confirm. So now what happens is like from 4 to 2 tunnels. So let's go back to our topology now. So before branch 1 was creating 4 tunnels with data center. That means it was creating 4 tunnels with 1 device, 2 device, 3 device, 4, 5 and 6. So 4 into 6, 24 tunnels it was maintaining before. Once we restrict the color, now it is maintaining 2, that is 2 into 6, 12 tunnels. So you see that 50% decrease in the tunnels. That means my device is not utilizing much resource now because the tunnels have been decreased a lot. So this is very important to keep in mind in an actual when you are configuring the real device, because the many tunnels you have, it will utilize its resources. We don't want that one. So now you see that you saw that the best example that branch 1 was having almost 24 tunnels. Now we have reduced it to 12 tunnels, which is feasible. That's good for now. Again, we can reduce those tunnels by creating an hub and spoke topology. So while creating the hub and spoke topology, again these 12, what do we say, the tunnels will be reduced to only data centers, that is 2 and 2, 4 tunnels only. So it's up to you how much you can decrease. You can decrease those tunnels. That is the best practice. All right, so let's go back to my vManage. So everything is been pushed. Again, there will be no change in that one because it's already we have changed on one side. That should more than be enough as per our topology. And if I go ahead and test it with the 101 is the 2 tunnels. If I test it with 102 data center 2, I do have only 2 tunnels. And if I say that I don't want to filter with the system IP now, now you see that these are many tunnels. So before, if I go back, you see that these many tunnels were created. Now that has been reduced to these many tunnels only. So once we are going to create the policies, we configure the hub and spoke. That's where again these will be reduced to further more tunnels. All right. So I hope this was informative for you and thank you.